The CAR 2016 forecast was full of hope for the future for the real estate market, but it also pointed out to a few pretty big ifs. One of the biggest is, where is the inventory? In California, the unsold inventory level is at 3.6 months, whereas locally it's more like 2.7 months, well below the state average. El Dorado County is healthier with just under 5 months, but it's still 43 days on the market. There are several challenges facing homeowners or trade-up buyers in making their decision to sell their current homes today. Number one, a low rate on current mortgages. For those who financed their homes recently, the low rate makes it really tempting to stay put. Number two, low property taxes. Buying a higher valued home increases your property taxes. Number three, limited affordable alternatives. Why list when there's no affordable place to buy? This is a big question for a lot of people. Selling and making a profit is a great thing, but where will they go next? Buying their forever home may feel out of financial reach as home values have increased solid double digits over the past few years. Number four, ability to qualify for a mortgage today. With the economic hardships many people faced post-2008, they had to rely on debt just to make it through the crisis. They may not be able to qualify until they get their footing back. Other things that are affecting inventory include the foreclosure pipeline being dry, investors are using their homes as rentals instead of flipping them, and although new construction is recovering, it still has a long way to come back. As each of these challenges gain momentum, the inventory levels are going to continue to rise again. In the coming weeks, I'd like to talk more about El Dorado County. The 2015 forecast was most favorable for El Dorado, yet the performance fell far short of that optimistic forecast. We'll talk about why. And now for minding your own business. The over 50 population is a growing force in America. The rate of home ownership is higher among this age group than any other. Over 65 has an ownership rate of 79.5%, and over 45 is at 70.5%. Baby boomers have money to spend. According to a Nielsen report, they account for $230 billion in sales of consumer packaged goods and make up 70% of the nation's disposable income. And they're going to inherit $13 trillion in the next 20 years. So, how do you market to the baby boomer generation? Here are 5 basic tips. Number one, baby boomers invented the suburbs with their desire to leave the decaying urban landscape. They still live in the suburbs where they own their own homes, but now many are looking at the reurbanization movement as an alternative. Number two, they want luxury. That's right, 70% of baby boomers think that their current house is not the best they can get. They want a more luxurious place with the latest amenities. They do their homework online and know their stuff, so you better too. Number three, their brand loyalty is tenacious. Smart marketing and an awesome experience will gain their loyalty and reap the rewards of referrals. Remember, they're very social and they like to share. Number four, remembering the 60s, baby boomers were not going to accept their parents' morals and lifestyles. They think and act for themselves. The least hint of patronizing the baby boomers are going to flatten your marketing campaigns. Number five, baby boomers do use social media, but in a different way. Understand they're more likely to post a picture of the new grandbaby rather than where they're having lunch. They can be found on Facebook, Pinterest, and LinkedIn, so keep your focus there. This is an awesome niche market, but you have to be specific and market directly to them to reach them. Here's some of the new listings in our area. Well, that's it for another edition of the Real Estate Insider Weekly. We're always here to help. Let us know if we can answer any of your rate or mortgage questions. Have a great week.